Hey everyone, this NHL News Reports. We're back on the video, and today we're talking about early look on what Conor Bedard could do for the Canucks. Now, Conor Bedard was born in British Columbia, Vancouver, and he is born and raised there. So there you go. He knows Vancouver. He knows very well. Actually, his family originally is from Quebec, but there you go. His father, I'm sure, there's an article come out. He would love to be back in Quebec and have Bedard play for the Montreal Canadiens, which I wouldn't mind that too. And that was the last video we did about Montreal, Conor Bedard, the impact he would have on the Montreal Canadiens if he was drafted by them. Today we're doing the Vancouver Canucks. Next time, I'm not too sure who we're gonna do. I'll pick a team and we'll go with that. We're gonna do about 15 team-ish. 15 to 17 teams, depending on what I want to do on this series of Bedard, the impact he would have on each team. Yes, we're starting it now, but why not? We know how good he's going to be, how fantastic he's supposed to be. So let's get into it. This first overall pick, locked in basically. Even though Fantelli's good, very good, it's tough to beat Conor Bedard, isn't it? So first looking at let's get into like we did last time with the centers and the prospects. So let's get right to it. Um, the Vancouver Canucks centers on the team right now, and those prospects. Now you see the list now. I didn't put the UFAs out there, like you know, Bo Horvat. You know, him as a center. Is he staying? Is he not? Uncertainty at this point. I didn't put UFAs on this list. Guys who have some term, at least to next year, has a deal with the Vancouver Canucks. That's what I put on here. So Elias Pettersson, you have JT Miller, even though he's listed as a winger, also like put him as center, if you like that or not. Curtis Lazar, Dakota Joshua, Jack Stanika, Sheldon Dries, and Lane Peterson. So that's what we have as centers for the Vancouver Canucks, who have a little term at least with them. Um, they could definitely use a Bedard, right? Obviously, Elias Pettersson right now is having a fantastic season with the Vancouver Canucks. The 24-year-old has 2 years left at 7.3 million. 46 points in 36 games. He's definitely gonna, crushed 66 points as his career high. So, Pettersson's been fantastic despite the turmoil with the Canucks. Miller has been a problem with the room, obviously in the locker room. Um, his problem there. Lazar is a good third, fourth line guy. I would say fourth line, you can stretch him to third line, like the Canucks might be doing at times. He has 3 years at 1 million. 2 points in 28 games. Not what we want, I'm sure. Not what they want from Lazar, but it's 1 million. It's not going to kill you really at all for the cap. Dakota Joshua, 26-year-old, has about an 800K salary here, 8 points in 35 games. Not bad for him for what he has done so far. Type of player he is, Lane Peterson, they got him from Carolina. 24 points in 18 games in Abbotsford Canucks in the AHL. This year, with the Canucks in 7 games, 3 points in 7 games, plus 3 goal and assist. Goal and 2 assists, I meant. So there you go. And Sheldon Dries, just get you a little up to date here. What we have: Sheldon Dries, 8 points in 22 games, better than Lazar, right? He had in 2 games 4 points in Abbotsford. So there you go. Dries has been pretty good. Fourth line option. I don't know. Lazar's I would put more of Sheldon Dries at third line and Lazar on fourth line at this point. You know how it feels. But yeah, that's who we have. For the Canucks, they can definitely use some different forwards in here. Maybe a little bit change up here. Maybe that's what they need. Maybe they gotta trade Bo Horvat, get some assets, get a first round pick, get a good prospect, get some stuff. A young player, maybe that's the package or something like that, and just add him, change up the team. Maybe that's just what they need. Even though Horvat's been good, um, I don't think he'll be able to trade JT Miller's contract anytime soon. That's the problem also. But yeah, that's how it is at this point. Looking at the prospects for the Vancouver Canucks, you have Jonathan Lekomaki, the guy they drafted last year. He's very good. Lekomaki, take your time with him. He might be 2, 3 years away from the NHL level, but right now he's playing Sweden. Getting some points. Hasn't played the SHL this year. Last year he played in the SHL, 9 points in 26 games. We haven't seen him play there, so I think he's a couple of years away, 2, 3 years. Um, I think some AHL time would be good for him too, but that's a good player to have, and he's a fantastic player. You have Lockhart. He's playing the OHL at this point. Um, yeah, Lockhart is okay. He's about 19 year old. Um, you know, so there you go. That's how. Yeah, he's a good player. How good we'll see one day. You know what I mean? We'll see eventually. For sure. And then you have um Adrian McDonough. Um, Adrian McDonough. He's playing the NCAA, 25 points in 19 games. He's been very good. He's playing all 4 years in NCAA. He will be a free agent by the end of the year. Does the Canucks sign him? If they don't sign him, he becomes a free agent, and any team can sign him. So, because 4 years in NCAA, after the fourth year, he becomes a free agent if he doesn't sign. So, he is 23 now. So we'll see what happens with McDonough. If they sign him, if they let him go. Um, yeah. So I guess we'll find out about that. And then you have Linus Carlson here. He's 23. Playing with Abbotsford right now. I think they should call him up. He has 26 points in 31 games, so that might be helpful too. I know I'm getting a little off field, but just someone else with Bedard, the bright future of the Canucks, they can make that bright. Along with Bedard. Imagine just Bedard, Pedersen, Carlson, maybe down the middle. If Carlson becomes someone, or Lekomaki down the middle too. Or on the wing, it's okay if you're on the wing too. And yeah, Paul Colson trying to still get himself together, about a point per game in the AHL. Same thing with Hoglander. Um, Not NHL ready yet. They're trying to figure things out, but they're doing okay in the AHL. Doing great in the AHL, but NHL, they really got to get themselves together. So, he has some exciting players to be with. Bedard, hopefully draft more than draft some other guys here too. Continue the draft. I think they could use it. It's unfortunate. They went through kind of, sort of rebuild, and then like, all right, we're ready, and then they kind of fallen apart. Except that one year getting to the second year of the playoffs, and second round of the playoffs, and that was it. That's all you saw of them in the playoffs. So that's kind of sad, isn't it, for them? So, Bedard would be fantastic, obviously, with any team, even like the Lightning. You know, even though they're not going to get him, the odds of him going to the Lightning are pretty slim, isn't it? Maybe in his career one day as a free agent, but not when he gets drafted. So Bedard is fantastic. He would be great as a top 1-2 center punch here with Pedersen, and Bedard would just be fantastic, and they could use that. Um, and maybe the rivalry of the Oilers and the Canucks intensifies a little bit more. Knowing McDavid, be like McDavid versus Bedard. That would be pretty cool. Kind of like, Crosby versus McDavid, the Penguins and the Oilers. Maybe something like that. Could grow here, for sure. So that would be nice for Canucks, a team that, through the franchise, they've been known more for losing than winning in the franchise, unfortunately, So, more disappointment than anything. But hopefully, a new chapter comes for them and they can do better. If they get Bedard, let's say they do, that would definitely help them. But you gotta do some right decisions. Don't sign guys that'll mess up you for the future too. Make sure you get some good decisions done. Make sure the defense good, the goaltending, the offense. At this point, they have okay defense. You have Hughes, but they're not the best on defense. They're average, below average. They could use help there. But if they can get Bedard, get some good solid players on the back end, not overpaying, not signing these crazy contracts like Tyler Miles of $6 million, not stuff like that. Do some wise contracts, knowing the cap goes up too, but don't spend too much. Um, and have to think about buying out or trying to get rid of a player and adding assets to move him, So we'll see what happens. So thanks for watching. Standing Chalk News Reports. I'll see you next video. Bye.